Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Altadena Talks. I am one of your co-hosts, Brian Bacchus.
I am Jamal Smith, and welcome to our Juneteenth celebration and our 112th episode.
Oh, I need to know where we stand. That's 112. I had to do it to y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You know it. You know it, man. You got to do it.
We are here today for you. Happy Juneteenth. We are going to be doing the announcement soon, but before we do that, Jamal has done a little research so that we can explain to you, for our non-Juneteenth knowing definition people out there, what Juneteenth means and what it stands for and why it is a holiday for most African Americans.
Yeah, so here we go. Hey, for those who are unaware, I'm going to go ahead and just pop it up all the way up there. Oh, I got to remove it.
I'm going to give it to you.
So Juneteenth, let me open that. Yeah, so June 19th is Juneteenth. It's the oldest known celebration to commemorate the end of slavery in the U.S. Now, although the Emancipation Proclamation, which we all know about, was signed on January 1st, 1863, many African Americans were still being held in bondage for months following the emancipation. It was not until Union soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas on June 19th, 1865, that the last enslaved African Americans were declared free by General Order Number 3. Now, Juneteenth celebrations began in Texas before spreading to neighboring states and eventually growing throughout the nation. Juneteenth became a state holiday in Texas in 1979, and it was first recognized as a federal holiday in 2021 when President Joe Biden signed the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act. So, man, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. Now, the next thing I wanted to read was General Order Number 3. So this is what the folks who in Galveston, Texas, who were still believing they were enslaved, this is what they heard. It says the people are informed that in accordance with the proclamation from the executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them become that between employer and hired labor. The freed are advised to remain at their present homes and work for wages. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect at military posts and that they will not be supported in idleness either there or elsewhere. Find that last little sentence to be...
Don't be a loiterer.
Right.
Just because you're free, don't go hanging out at the local pub asking for money.
So even though we were free, and they told those last folks, they still got them restraints on you. You can't hang out and just be idle. There's always something. Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing I wanted to mention is, like, I feel a little, I don't want to say ashamed, but it's funny. I've heard Juneteenth for quite a bit of my life, but as unique, and as somewhat Afrocentric that my mom was and really educated and whatever, I really didn't get taught what Juneteenth was and really learn all the details until I got into college. I think Brian and we were talking about that. And was that the same for you, or you had a different experience?
I have to thank my professor, Starla Lewis. For those of you out there who know who Starla Lewis is, she's a professor in Black Studies when I was going to San Diego Mesa College. And when I was running for student body president, she sat me down and said, you need to take my class so you can understand how you can help your community as well as the college community. And she was always on me, right? And so I learned a lot from her. The funny thing was, think I was at the Hall of Fame, and she was there. I hadn't seen her in like 20 years. So
Right.
yeah, that's where I learned it from. And she was always one of the professors I would go to for guidance and advice and stuff like that. So I really appreciated her class, and I learned a lot about a lot of African American things and Black American things. You know, African stuff and Black.
You know, even for folks who may have known what Juneteenth was before, I think we all got exposed to a much larger amount of history of Black folks, of Latinos, Asian American. I mean, of Asian, just so much more history when we got to college and outside of school, because it just wasn't part of the curriculum, and we know it's not. We know it's not currently, and definitely won't be in the future. You know, at least in depth. So we encourage everybody to do your own research. There's so much more information out there to learn, but in particular today, definitely celebrate in the resilience of just being able to survive through all kind of different things. Our ancestors survived through, you know, stuff that we can't even imagine. So just enjoy the day. It's Freedom Day. We call it Juneteenth, but it is truly, oops, let me do this. Move that one and put this one up. It is Freedom Day. So June 19th, 1865. Just wanted to do a little history on that. And I do want to encourage folks who are tuning in right now. We know that you have access to us from YouTube, from Instagram, from Facebook. So if you're tuning in, drop us a line and just say, hey, look, we're here. Let us know where you're tuning in from. It could be the city, the state, or both. And if you don't mind, just let us know, what does Juneteenth mean to you? I love to post some of these. We don't have to get in, you know, we just want to post what it means to you. So with that, do you want to, we can come back to more of the Juneteenth stuff. You want me to do the announcements real quick?
Yes, because we got some video we want to show you too. So
okay, and you guys see me wiping my brow and what have you. It's like humid over here for some reason. So I'm like, I'm hot.
You don't even want to know where I'm at. I'm in the sauna. Look, I am suffering in silence to bring this show to you from the closet. I'm in the closet doing the show. And if you can really, I mean, I can reach my hands out and touch both walls. And it's only 3 feet in front of me. And I got a green screen that's a foot behind me. So I'm working with 25 square feet here.
Man, it looks good. You know, nobody knows what. Yeah, that's definitely dope. So while I do the slides and the announcements, if you guys could just drop a line in there wherever you're watching, just say where you're from and what does Juneteenth mean to you. All right. So I'll go ahead and get going with these announcements. Sorry. All right. So the survivor support locations is what they're calling these now. The current one in our location is Altadena Community Center. It's at 730 East Altadena Drive. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Closed weekends, and they're actually closed today in honor of Juneteenth. So if you need them, go ahead and check them out tomorrow because they are closed today. The LA County One Stop Permit Center, 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210. Generally have walk-in hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30. Again, I didn't confirm if they're closed today, but I'd be surprised if they were not closed. So just maybe make a phone call or check in, maybe look online at the link below. But you can walk in, like I said, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30. Now you can also set up a consultation Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays as an individual or a group, and that's from 8:30 to 12:30. They're also available for these kind of consultations on Saturday from 8 to noon. And you could also set up an appointment with the Southern California Edison Planner, and they're available Monday and Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to noon. And as indicated before, in order to set up the appointment, you have to go to recovery.lacounty.gov/rebuilding/1-stop-permit-centers. And then we have the June 30th deadline to remove the debris from your property if you opted out. of having the debris removed from the Army Corps of Engineers, or you didn't do anything. This again has to be removed by the 30th, and otherwise your property could be declared a public nuisance. The county could then go ahead and clear it themselves, passing the bill on to the homeowner, and they may put a lien on your property if you don't pay. So take heed to this deadline so you don't have to worry about those things. And again, the Cal Assist Mortgage Fund. This is designed to give folks relief from mortgage payments from the state's Cal Assist Mortgage Fund. You get 3 months of mortgage payments up to a maximum of $20,000. The funds never have to be repaid, and it's free to apply. So go ahead and apply today. But just in case you're wondering what it takes to be eligible, you have to have primary residence that was destroyed or is uninhabitable due to a qualified disaster, such as the fires that we experienced, the Eaton fires. You must own and occupy the home or a home with up to 4 units on the property. And you must meet the program income limits. In order to find out the details of those program income limits, you want to go to calassistmortgagefund.org. And then when you're there, after you get the info you need and you're ready to apply, click the link that says apply online today. One thing to note is that the grants will be awarded to eligible applicants as long as funds are available. And once the funds have been awarded, no additional applications will be approved. Again, there are free lunches at the Lunch at the Library program. These are Monday through Friday from June 9th through August 15th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. These are at the Jefferson and Villa Park branches. These are healthy meals for children ages 0 to 18 with no registration required. If you know anyone trying to participate today, again, it being Juneteenth, I'm not sure if they are or are not open, but it's something you may want to double check before you head down there should you want to take advantage of this. There's the diaper distribution while supplies last. That is today from 11 to 3. It's 2150 Glen Rose Avenue. It's going to be for newborns through size 7 or 2T through 3T pull-ups. And this again is while supplies last, only for Eaton Fire victims, and you must have your ID or proof of address. Now, this next slide, I wanted to mention the stuff that we show on the show is primarily geared towards Altadena and, the neighboring, real close area, Pasadena, Sierra Madre, what have you. But with it being Juneteenth, I definitely wanted to share that there are other events happening outside of Altadena for or in celebration of Juneteenth. So the first one is at the La Brea Tar Pits. It's offering free admission to all visitors from 3 to 5 p.m. today, June 19th. The free tickets will be available at any on-site museum ticketing desk. Then at LACMA, every year, nearly half of LACMA's visitors attend the museum for free. All LA County residents enjoy free admission every weekday after 3 p.m. and those under 18 are invited to join the Next Gen LA, a free membership that allows a youth plus one adult to visit as often as they wish with no admission fee. And there are many other free days throughout the year available to everyone. For a complete list, go ahead to lacma.org/tickets.
Now, before you go to the next one, they also have a free concert series every Friday, except for the 28th, because they have a special concert that's going to have 120 musicians that is inside, and you're selling tickets for that. They just built a brand new amphitheater, and it's this big giant building right in front of the little square area that everybody sits at. But last week, that's where I went, and I have to say it was really fun. But I'm gonna give you a hint. This concert starts at 6. You should probably get there by 3:30 because you're not gonna find a spot if you don't. Now, I did see people leaving their blankets all set up and everything, and then leave and come back 2 hours later. I guess that's perfectly acceptable. My boys were down there playing dominoes. They had a table set up. It was the dopest thing I've seen. And a lot of HBCU events happening there too. So just wanted to put that in there for you.
No, I appreciate that because you were sharing some info to me, about getting there early because they do set up early. They have some food from what you said, some drinks and all that kind of stuff. So,
Mhm.
hey, why not take advantage and get there as early
And
as
you
you can?
bring your own stuff. I mean, you can
Yeah,
bring your own wine, your own beer, just as long as you're consuming it within the confines of the spot.
yeah.
And I was going to order a whole rib dinner, but then I just said I just buy some because we're going to be there from like 3:30 to seven
Oh, yeah.
thirty.
It's like
You
8,
know,
right? 7:30, 8 o'clock.
well, it ends at 8. You leave a little early so you don't have to worry about all the traffic coming out the
Hmm.
parking lot. And parking is $21 if you're going to park, but it's really convenient. You can park on the street. Just know it's hard to find parking and you don't want to walk far. I would suggest if you park on the street, bring a wagon to put your stuff in because you are not going to be wanting to carry nothing leaving that
And you
joint.
don't want to go back and forth for sure.
No, you don't.
All right. I'll finish these up real quick and we can talk a little bit more about it. Um, so then there is also the Natural History Museum. They're offering free admission to all visitors from 3 to 5 p.m. today, June 19th. The free tickets will be available at any on site museum ticketing desk. And then for more information on additional upcoming events, visit the LA County Library page, lacountylibrary.org/celebrate Juneteenth. It's actually pretty cool. There's a toy drive, toy giveaway tomorrow, again at 2150 Glen Rose Avenue from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's for ages baby to 12 years old, and it's for those affected in the Eden Fire in Altadena and Pasadena. IDs, again, are needed, and you must have a child to be present. And they want to thank Baby to Baby for donating the toys. And then again, Pasadena Educational Foundation is looking for, they're needing volunteers to help distribute new summer clothing to PUSD families affected by the Eaton Fire at 3 different area locations. The shifts are available throughout the day from 7:45 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and they need 4 to 6 people for each shift. And high school students age 15 and older are invited to assist and earn community service hours. It's a great opportunity to help the impacted families. And to learn more and sign up, you would go to pased.org/volunteer. And then today, we mentioned this many a times. There is the 4th annual Juneteenth celebration at Loma Alta Park from noon to 1:30 p.m. That today, there you're actually going to be able to see the recipients of the Ellen Garrison Clark Scholarship Award. That's awarded to local high school students in the spirit of Ellen Garrison Clark. In addition, there'll be Altadena Oral History Project preview. It's going to be Faces of Resilience told through words and photographs chronicling the African American cultural legacy before and after the Eaton Canyon Fire. As we mentioned before, if you get tickets before the event, it's $30. If you get them at the door, they're $35. And you could go to altadenahistoricalsociety.org, or you can scan the QR code in order to get the tickets. And then on Saturday, there is the DINA Days, where the NAACP is asking you to join them for access to real-time solutions for permitting, insurance claims, consumer protection, and forbearance to help you rebuild. And again, while you're there, enjoy the free community day featuring food, a DJ, and a bounce house. This is located at Harambe Ministries at 1609 Navarro Avenue, again, Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then lastly, Wildfire Relief Resource Fair at Hillside Tabernacle City of Faith Church. This is going on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12. There's going to be health, wellness, and mental health services, in addition to clothing and hygiene essentials. This is located at 2561 North Fair Oaks Avenue. And for more information, you can reach out to 626-794-6769. And with that,
Just want to let you know, just went to the Altadena Historical Society.org website, and that event is sold out.
Oh, okay.
So.
Great. Great point to mention. But do you think they're going to turn people away? Is it outside? I wonder. Oh no, it's going to be inside.
Well,
'cause
the
they're gonna show
luncheon, the actual scholarship and all of that
stuff.
is sold out. The actual event, it's from. They had one yesterday too. Third annual June celebration, Wednesday, June 19th, at Farnsworth Park.
Nah.
That's up there on their site.
It's Farnsworth Park up and running.
I know, but maybe they never updated it.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't know. Might want to update that.
Yeah, that's wild. So before Brian actually shows this slide or this video, there is one more thing we wanted to do. We did mention that Catherine Barger and Tony had mentioned it, I think, on Monday, that Catherine Barger was going to submit a proposal to get the permits fees waived or potentially, deferred. And we actually got a response from her that was posted today. I'm gonna go ahead and share that with you. Now, we will admit that it does leave quite a bit up to interpretation, but she sounds like she's trying to clarify what things are, but I'll just play it for you. And I'm pretty sure there'll be some follow-up information that we're going to have for that. Let me just get this going. All right. So let me make this large, and then here we go.
Hi, this is Supervisor Catherine Barger, and I have some good news for Altadena residents. This week, the Board of Supervisors unanimously approved my motion to defer rebuilding permit fees. I want to be very clear about what that means. Using the word defer simply gives the county time to calculate the cost and secure the funding needed to cover them so that we can fully relieve you from this financial burden. You have already lost so much, and you shouldn't have to worry about permits standing in the way of rebuilding your home. And I'm focused on making sure that we get this done. I will continue to keep you posted on updates, but I want to thank you for entrusting me to be your voice.
All right. So to me, I'm gonna just throw my 2 cents in there. It sounds like, as she said, to be very clear, deferred means you don't have to pay. They're gonna figure out what the costs are and find some other method of covering those costs that will not come from you. Now, she wasn't that clear, and I mean, she didn't use those specific words, so I'm sure there's a lot of people gonna want clarification. And then the other question is, what happens for those who have already, paid, right? Are they going to get a refund or what have you? And I'm pretty confident they'll get a refund, but she does not address that here. And hopefully that'll be addressed at some later date. And I'm sure one of us will be able to provide that information for you. And again, Brian had talked to Supervisor Barger a couple weeks ago, and she had indicated she was willing to come on the show. So hopefully she does, and we can maybe ask her specifically those questions if we haven't got them answered already. So
yeah, I gave the information to Tony. She's making it happen as we speak. So
perfect.
That'll probably be sometime within the next week or two.
Perfect.
She goes on assignment over in Greece.
Right.
So I normally go to the events on Saturday, as well as Jamal, the ones that might be close to where he's located, as well as Tony. And we mostly film a lot, and we normally would bring it to you, but I've been so busy this week with the end of the fiscal year for our newly formed nonprofit that, we got to stay in compliance. So I haven't really had time to put it together, but I do have a 6-minute snippet of the My Tribe Rise event where I walked around and pretty much talked to different vendors that were there. Some I knew, some I didn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll the tape, Jim. And, well, yeah. Get this in full screen, and here we go.
I'm mad. Gotta get back. Need some get back. I ain't
Yeah, it's fed up.
That was DJ B's on the wheels of steel.
Oh yeah, Bees is everywhere. Between him
Everywhere
and
you want to be.
We got the Borners crew in the house. People over here getting cut.
Hey, that's all.
Famous
Oh,
people getting cut.
Yeah, Lion.
Going down over
Lionel.
here.
Man, they were deep over there.
Got
They had a lot of vendors.
How you been?
I've been good. How about you?
This is gonna be the next executive director of one of the biggest nonprofits to ever grace Pasadena, and I'm gonna make that happen.
I don't be. Let's go, be young.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Also, come sign
for those who
up
don't
for
know, that's
Borders
Moson's daughter.
College
Yeah.
and get your barbering set up done right. See these guys, they're proud graduates giving back to the community. And that's how it should be. Oh, and of course, here comes the main maitre d' of the
Barber
Borders.
College experience is what I should call
Exactly.
it.
How you doing, sir?
Good to see you, man. Everything good.
Say something, man. This is my Altadena Talks podcast. So,
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know,
So
I'm
since
trying
you
to-
put it like that, you know,
Yeah,
everyone
you
knows
know
I'm a
how we
long
do it.
time
Put it like that.
Altadenian, graduate of Jamia High School. I have 2 barber colleges. I don't think a lot of people know that about me. I have the Borners Barber College in Pasadena, which is right here at 1284 North Lake, and I got the Borners Barber College in South Central Los Angeles, right off Manchester and Western on 89th and Western. So yeah.
I didn't even know you had one in LA.
Oh yeah, that's the original.
Oh,
Been
okay.
there for 30 years. I inherited that one from Mr. Borner and then opened our own.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
They already gave you the information earlier about how to get in touch and how to join and how to come get your skill set on.
Barber's a great career, man. We got kids that graduated as little as 2 or 3 years ago, making $100,000 a year, easy.
And see, I want y'all to check this out. Because we are not barber recipients. Look at our face.
Right, yeah, for sure. We look like twins.
Right. We don't play around. This is Jamia High School right here, baby.
For sure.
This is straight out. We age gracefully.
Oh, for sure.
That's how it's going
We ain't
down.
saying no numbers, but it's up in the 50s. It's up in the 50s.
The only way you find out about how we are is when we say what year we graduated,
Yeah,
and we ain't doing that here.
Right, not today.
Not today.
You too. Borners Barber College? Yeah.
You see,
Thank you, sir.
Right here in the heart of Pasadena.
Got you, brother.
That was funny.
Come on, man.
Huh?
Put your name on the list. Get down there and see.
Oh, man, I let my shit just go wild.
He said,
I
I
cursed
forgot.
the accident. I got to bleep that out. Yeah, y'all got to stand ashamed when you exchange the numbers. You can't see nothing in the sun.
you know me, I be in
All right, y'all. I'm
everybody's
showing
business.
y'all. Look, we got the what do you call it? The jumpers out here for the kids. We got Mr. B's barbecue over here chilling. We got Dina. What's CLT?
CLT stands for Community Land Trust.
Okay, so we got the Dina Community Land Trust Working Group out here, and I have a podcast called Altadena Talks.
Oh, I've heard of you. I'm Sylvia. It's nice to meet you.
You too. So now you get to be a snippet, and then later on we'll come and actually bring you in the show after I get some information from you.
All right.
So tell us more about Dina CLT and how people can participate.
So a community land trust is all about stopping displacement in Altadena, making sure that even if people have to make that hard decision to sell, that they have an alternative to sell to someone other than the speculative developers
Right.
who are going to drive up our property values, our rents, and make it so that people can't afford to live in Altadena.
Exactly.
Okay. So since the fire, right, like 150 lots have sold. About 50% of those have sold to corporations rather than to individuals.
Exactly.
Okay?
I've seen that.
We
That's
all
what
know
we've been
what's
paying
gonna
attention to
happen.
Mark Ellis's listings.
Yeah. So if that's going to happen here, it's going to make it so that people can't afford to live in Altadena anymore. A community land trust is an organization that's formed by the people for the people. It's an entity that exists to give an alternate group that you can sell to. Okay, so the idea behind a community land trust is that we would get the fiscal funding to buy people's properties if they want to sell to us, and we make a promise as we make that purchase to put it back in the hands of the community, whether that means building affordable housing on it and actually giving people a stake in that housing once it's built,
Mhm.
or just simply staving off the developers until a family can find another way to return to their land.
Right. Well, that's a good thing because I've been here for 50 years and I've known Altadena like the back of my hand, and I would hate to see the diversity change.
Right?
Because we got one of the greatest diverse neighborhoods on earth,
Yes,
I have
we do.
to say. So I want to keep it that way. I mean, I got friends since 4th grade of all races, and I never looked at them as a race.
Same here.
I just looked at them as they were my friends. And
My
when we
friends
come
are
back,
my neighbors.
right?
Right?
You know, it didn't matter what color you were, because that wasn't a factor up here.
What matters is that you're Altadena.
Yeah, and you protecting it. So, and what's your name?
Sylvie.
Sylvie, and thank you very much for joining. We're going to get you on the show sometime next couple of weeks.
Yeah, keep talking to us at the Community Land Trust.
Yeah, because we really need to know more about this. There's the QR code.
Yep,
So
that's QR code, that's the materials.
if y'all want to find out more information,
I hope that one's working. If it's not, we'll get you another one.
well,
This is a good one too.
we can come down here to the website. How about that? Get that website. I'm going to take a picture of it. And there we go. So thank you, Sylvia. Appreciate it.
And your name one more time.
My name is Brian.
Brian, nice to meet
Yeah.
you.
I'm the one that says I'm Brian Bacchus and you're not on the show every time.
I like that. Thank
So,
you.
you know, I got that from Saturday Night Live back in the. Okay, so that was that.
Oh, I'm all waiting for you to explain where you got it from. And it's
Well,
like
from Chevy Chase, when he used to be doing the news on there, SNL News. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Chevy Chase, and you'll never know. You know, that's where I got it from.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that was pretty cool, man. You got
there was a lot
some
more. I just didn't get a chance to put the video together like I normally do. I think after the show tomorrow, I will probably show it in its entirety.
How long is it?
About an hour. But that's why I always show stuff like that afterwards. That way people get to see what was going on at the event. There was this little girl that was rapping. They did a graduation ceremony for the graduates. There was a whole bunch of stuff that went on. I talked to a few vendors. So I want to get all that I don't like to waste time filming and not show it to the audience. So, you know, especially for our people all the way in Chattanooga that be watching, appreciate you.
She should be en route, right?
Yeah, you know, you got, what was it? You got 11 more days, Corey.
Yeah, what's up, Corey?
To see you gracing the streets of San Fair Oaks. San Francisco. But I think that should do it. We don't have too many people talking. It's all Juneteenth. Everybody's chilling. I'm actually about to jump in the shower and go to the event up there at Loma Alta and cover it and see what we can have for you for tomorrow's show during the show. So I will be focused on talking to people instead of just rambling about like I know. But
you'll get some rambling going on.
Oh yeah, well it's always good to be outside in the park anyway. So I try to whenever they have an event up there, I try to get up there and be at it because I just love what the vitamin D does to my skin. It just really gives it. There you go. That's all right. We know we're looking forward to having you. Well, if you come out here in July, you might be able to go to an event that we've been graced to be invited to, that will be going live, and it's going to be a special edition because it's going to be 8 p.m. at night. So it's a pre-ESPYs fundraiser for Altadena fire victims. As we get more information, we will be heavily pushing this on the show because this is something that we're involved with. So, of course, anything we're involved with, we're going to heavily push. So,
absolutely. And we'll get more those little commercial-like things that you probably have seen around, just the little 10-second snippet things. So it should be really good. We're getting more and more exposure, more and more of our content out there. So want to give B a shout out for doing all that stuff.
Also, I'm just going to put a shameless plug out there.
As you should.
But, you know, the reason why we were awarded a grant, it wasn't because we're doing a podcast. That's not why. It's because we have a nonprofit that's compliant. And that's what one of my businesses does, set up corporations, LLCs. Actually, it's the business that Jamal and I have together, Start With Me. We set up LLCs, corporations, nonprofits. We get you compliant. We build your website. We get your business line, email, and we even set up your first 2 months of content, automated, you know, for a nominal fee. Now, you may think it's expensive, but think about this. If I were to charge myself for what I've done for Altadena Talks Foundation, it would have cost me about $7,500.
Oh, yeah.
So getting a grant offset that whole amount. You see where I'm coming from with this? If you build it, they will come. So don't just be out there halfway with it. Yeah, a lot of people go to Secretary of State and be like, yeah, I'm a nonprofit now. You're a nonprofit locally without exemption, because the only way you get exempt is if you become an 501c3 through the IRS by filling out Form 1023, which is a 30-page document that, if you don't know what you're doing, it could delay your nonprofit filing for up to a year. Now, I have I've done this so much that they get done expeditiously. I hate using that word. It always makes you think of
You said it right.
I know,
even
but
with the pause.
Right. Well, I was thinking of what's his name? Lean on Me. What was Mr. Clark? I was thinking of Mr. Clark. Smoke crack, don't you, son? Just jump. So I gotta watch that movie again. It's so funny, but so true. You need somebody like him. He reminds me of Mr. Cash. That's how Mr. Cash was. He was like, "Oh, you want to play the fool today? Okay, I'm gonna call your father. We gonna settle this once and for all."
Oh yeah,
they want that. But you know, getting back to the nonprofit, it's long as you are compliant and you are found in places where they're giving grants, you will get some. And I got some perks when you do it with me. Like, I give you links to get free tickets from Major League Sports, free airline accommodations for your nonprofit and its guests, retreat situations, because, you know, every nonprofit that has staff that works hard needs to reward their staff with a nice little retreat. I'm not the type that wants to do a retreat in the country. I'd rather go to the Bahamas and Cayman Islands. That's a real retreat. So these are things that when I do your stuff, I bring you more than what the normal lawyer could actually do for you, because they'll file the thing and cost you $10,000. You won't get any perks. So I'm just putting it out there. You can find us at starclickmedia.com, or you can go to starclickmedia.square.site to find our prices on everything that we offer to do. Drone photography, drone videography, regular food photography. Go to that site, and it will allow you to.
You going there?
I could. No, I'm not even put the site up. You can if you want. I'm just putting up the comment to show where the site is. But if you want to go there, it's a real simple pay site that just gets to the point. I don't want you to go to my website to get all the fluff, smoke, and mirrors. You can go to starclickmedia.square.site, and that will show you all the things that we offer, as well as pricing. Now, right now, their prices are on sale. July 1st, it's going back to the regular prices. No more sales. So take advantage of it now. You got 11 days. And if you look at the prices, he's going to show it to you right now. If you look at the prices, zoom in a little bit. So we offer branding, website creation, website and branding creation.
We gotta remove some of these banners. Hold on.
No, I was taking that one off.
Okay.
So, what else we got? Nonprofit stuff, but you can see the prices. We're not no joke. You know, if you broke, just say that. You know, don't. We're not the company for you because.
Well, it's not even a matter of that. You got to factor in the fact that certain things need to be done when you want to do your business right, and you either going to pay us or you're going to pay someone else, but you're still going to have to pay, you know, the amount that you have to pay. We come in a little lower than the average, but we still, you know, things have to get done, and it's not like we could do it overnight. And things are super easy. It does take time to do a lot of this stuff as well. So there's value to what we do as well. So that's, you know, it's another reason for the cost.
Not only that, but you get something you won't get from the lawyer. You'll get us as your compliance officer to sit on your board of directors panel, so that you always stay compliant. And we don't even charge for that. That's an extra added benefit for going with us. So right now we sit on 12 nonprofit boards strictly for compliance purposes, just so we can make sure that they stay in compliance. And we've been doing this since 2007, legit as a business since 2017. So we've been around for a long time, and we know pretty much everything you need to know. I mean, we can set you up with business credit, all kinds of stuff. So in fact, we're having a special right here. We set up your Google My Business for $250 complete. Get you compliant, get you validated, get you verified, because you know how hard it is to get a Google location. So
they may not know how hard it is.
Well, they can try it themselves, but let me tell you this: if you try to mess it up, there's no going back. I can't even fix it. So know what you're doing. Know what you're doing when you do it. So this is all what we offer. This is what our business does. And if you look at this, we don't take on too many clients, probably 1 or 2 a month, because setting up a nonprofit takes about 2 months, you know. So just want to let you know that it's out there. So, you know, we sit on, in fact, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nonprofits that have been set up in the past, from 4 years ago to about 6 months ago, that are all in Altadena and Pasadena. And I'll give you practice.org, spelled Praxtice. That's run by Mosan Moore and his daughter, which I love because I'm her mentor. So I'm trying to get her prepared at a young age to be the youngest, one of the youngest executive directors that knows what she's doing with a nonprofit. Then you got Casa San Jose Sober Living, which is run by Brian and Rosanna Blackburn. I sit on their compliance board. Then you have Altadena Fresh Start Foundation, which is run by Rashad Porter, who is a barber up in Altadena, who is also giving back to the community. We've had him on the show talking about, and we actually presented him with a donation of $5,600 so that he could get his nonprofit started and seed money. And this was before we were getting any grants. I used the money that we raised from GoFundMe to actually make it so that somebody else could be helped. You know, that's the benevolence in us. We want to make sure that you get before we get. And what people are doing now is seeing what we're doing and giving to us before we can be able to give it out to others. So it's a hand-in-hand thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you don't give, you're not going to get. And I'm not doing this to get. I've been giving all my life. I have a father who gave. So this is why we do this. We want to make sure that you are able to get what you need to succeed.
This is why
in your business. That's we want nonprofits. Da, 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 da. But anyway, yeah, you know, we like to have fun with it. You know, I don't like to be all serious all the time. That's why I got this little goofy side to me. But when it comes down to taking care of your business, I don't play around, man. You're gonna get your stuff going. We ain't got no time. You did that.
I know, my bad.
Yeah, thank you, Marcus. We just out here to make sure people get what they need.
That's right.
That's why we on here every day, dedicated. That's why foundations are looking at us saying, you know what, we need to help y'all keep going. And that's why we have the donation stuff out there, because every little bit helps. We're not over here buying Bentleys with your money. Trust me, when we file our stuff, when we file our, at the end of this fiscal year, which is in 11 days, when we file, it's full transparency on our site. We're not, there's going to be, put it this way, and I'm going to put this as a challenge. There probably won't be any other nonprofit in Pasadena that will disclose their financials like we will.
Unless they work with us already and take heed to the suggestion.
Exactly.
Because you know you're going to suggest that. That's
right. I mean, look at what Warren Buffett did. Warren Buffett got 20 billionaires to dedicate half of their fortunes when they pass away to his nonprofit. And what better person you would want to have running your money than the person who's got more money than you? That's actually showing you how he keeps it. Right. You know? And that's what it's all about. And you guys don't understand that when you donate to our page on our site, it's tax deductible. You get an instant receipt. Now, in about, I think July 1st, we're going to be launching memberships. We're going to be launching raffles. We're going to be launching a whole lot of stuff that this money that we received, a portion of it has given us to be able to do. So I'm just so happy that we actually do this show and you guys tune in and you guys get to see and reap the benefits. So we're going to be focused on when everybody else is gone, like when the media disappeared in March, we're still here. They only come back when there's certain things. Oh, this lady's house got the first permit. Woohoo, the first permit. Why didn't we just announce it when they got the first 100 permits? Mm-hmm. Now people can have something to work to live forward to strive for, to have hope for. You know, everybody thought it was going to take 18 months to clear all these properties. Well, look at them now. Most of them are done. So I'm just proud of our town. I'm proud of the community. I'm proud of the fact that we're all so close knit and everybody talks smack to each other. But in the end, it's all love. I love the fact that, special shout out to every group that allows us to share our podcast with them. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to shout them out right away right now. I don't like to be slapping just any old information up there. So we're going to start off with, first of all, our alma mater, John Muir High School Alumni Association, which I'm actually a board member of. So they allow me to post there because it's got something to do with Altadena, Pasadena. We got beautiful Altadena that's run by Shauna Beer. Thank you so much for letting us be able to post on your platform. We got Altadena, California official community group. Thank you very much for allowing us to share. We got the Alta Pasadena Black Business page. Thank you very much for letting us share. We got I Love Pasadena, Altadena Because page. Thank you for letting us share. Rebuilding in Altadena, that's E-Dub's group. Thank you for letting us share, E-Dub. You know, we got none but love for you, baby. None but love. And beautiful Legacy Altadena, that's Tony's baby. You know, we're going to be posting all kinds of things from back in the day there. The Altadena community, posting since 2015. Thank you, Gus. Gus is one of the guys I used to hang out with at the Rancho Bar. And he doesn't like us posting in WhatsApp because that's the bar things. He just likes to see bar stuff there. So for all you drunks and alcoholics, go join that. I'm a member. Anyway, Pasadena Connections, thank you for letting us share. We just joined you and we're new, and thank you for letting us share information about Altadena. Pasadena Life is a private group. Thank you again for letting us share. Rebuild Altadena is another EW group. Thank you for letting us share. And a special shout out to Eye on Inglewood group in Inglewood. Now, I used to live in Inglewood for about 3 years, and I was a outspoken advocate of a lot of stuff that people kept posting up that wasn't true. So I would go and prove them wrong. That was me. I was demilitant in that group. So thank you, I don't know, Inglewood, for letting us share at your spot. And if you have a group that's in Pasadena, Altadena, that you would like to have our information shared in your group, send us a message or drop us a line, because we would love for you to allow us to share our stuff in your group. Also, we share to a lot of our friends when we do this too. So I want to give special shout outs to Dustin Benedict, Kimberly Green, E.T. Eric Thomas, Jamil Hunt Walker, Tanya Owens Vince, Janice Andrade Brooks, that's Tanya Owens' mama, Kijana Owens, Marcus Hightower, Sabrina Ricks, Tina Bright, Karen Serco, Romy Johnson, Emil Messi, who's all the way in Texas, D. Morgan, Kirk Devine, E-Dub, Mark DeMoica, Ronnie Mamba, Phoebe, which is my homegirl Felicia in Inglewood, Marcel Baber, Nicole Shanks Howard, Don Buchanan, Brandon Boland, who also does a podcast, and he's probably done his 697th one or 797th. I missed it last Sunday. I was really upset. Will Fuller, one of my homeboys from back in the day. Truthy Knight, which is Alicia. Lester James, who always tells me stop sharing this stuff to me because I already know, but I'm going to do it anyway. Chantal LaShawn. CZ Weezy, all the way in Compton, and he's the same way. Hey, man, I be watching your stuff, man. I be just come down here, man. Now, one thing about CZ is he's an ex-Crip. He retired. But one of the coolest brothers you ever meet. He runs the Stiller West Coast Steel City group in Compton. I used to do the podcast for the Steelers down there about 4 or 5 years ago. It was so much fun. So CZ, you got a special place in my heart, homeboy. Of course, Tony and Donald Shelton, my homeboy that I do comedy with. I don't call him Donnie. I call him Donald because that's his name. He hates that. He says, "Call me Don Juan."
That's like when we call Ricky Clarence.
Clarence Carter. Woo! Clarence Carter. Jamal Smith, because we always share to him, even though he shares it too.
Who would that be?
Courtney Bonifacini, Courtney Patton Jackson, Corey Bisher, Shavondalyn Jackson, Tracy Richards, Marcus Betts, Julie Esnard, Carol Flores, Lionel Flowers, Rashad Porter, Karen Criswell Reese, Elaine Scotton, Yves Saint Laurent, that's really his name, Yves.
We haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, every time I share it to him, he goes, "Don't send it to me on Messenger. If you share it, tag me in it, and I'll share it." I'm like, that's so stupid. But anyway, Rhonda Butler, Trina Mims, David Terry, Alvin Marks, Denise Keys, Lester Jones, Gia Marie Johnson, Sherry Taylor, Brian Blackburn, Norris Dorsey, Allison Michelle Moses, Craig Nobles, Lawrence Walton, Jackie Howard, Ron Slack, Cindy Irvin, Darren Lyons, Charles Moten, A.J. Washington, Michelle Bryant, Fred Loke, Ted Jones, and Kelly Fish. Thank you so much for accepting when I send it to you. I know it's a lot. I know you get tired of seeing it. But frankly, I don't care because it's Altadena and a lot of people lost their homes, and I know you know people who have lost their homes. Let me fix that focus real quick.
There it is.
And share it with people. Share it to your page. It's not going to hurt you. You share all that stupid stuff with people falling off, stepping on the crates, but you won't share information that could help somebody.
Hey, some of them
we
do.
Talk about
some
grants.
of them do.
We talk about where to get money from, where to get food, where to get resources. If you're not sharing, you're not caring.
Really?
Sharing is key. I know some of y'all come on here hoping that I'll be flubbing my words, so I do it on purpose sometimes. Indubitably.
It's going to happen naturally at some point in time.
Like I did yesterday when I was reading that thing and I did one of your moves.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to say it real quick. But
it's crazy.
We appreciate y'all. Without y'all,
it's funny because most of them people that you sent it to, I would have sent it to too. And I look and it's like, oh no, he sent it. Oh no, he sent it. Oh, he sent it.
Oh yeah.
But I still got a few that I got to send more frequently to, because I don't send them on a regular. I usually just post it to our group, the Altadena Talks group. But I'll do it a little more regularly, and then I'll give them a shout out as well. Shout out.
Well, we are going to stop in 4 minutes because I'm going to get up there to the Juneteenth celebration at Loma Alti.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's only an hour and a half.
What's it, from 12 to what?
12 to 1:30, or at least
That's why we're stopping in 4 minutes so I can get out there by 12.
Yeah.
Coming all the way from the boondocks.
Yeah.
But I think that is the end of our show. You got any last parting words you would like to bestow on the audience?
Just want to make sure everybody, really enjoys the day. I
was trying to see what you was looking at.
Right. I'm looking at the computer.
I know.
But, just really enjoys the true meaning of Juneteenth, because, it's a big deal, with the crazy stuff that's going on right now. With, it seems like certain rights and things are trying to be taken away from folks. Just celebrate, enjoy what it is, be aware, conscious of what's going on, and keep fighting for what is right.
And people, be kind to one another.
That part
take
too.
Much to be nice. You see a door that needs to be open for somebody that's struggling, open it. Help an old lady across the street unless she don't want you to.
Yeah, if she wants to go across the street. Don't be like on them comedy movies where, she's beating you the whole time. You're trying to walk, and she's like, I wasn't trying to cross the street.
Like the one lady that's across the street and the dude's blowing a horn at her. And so she takes her cane, her walker, and hits his bumper, and the airbag goes off.
Right.
Now you stuck trying to startle somebody. So yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs, grab me a bite to eat, and close up the closet studio today. My whole 6x4, 24 square foot space. It's mostly probably 36 square foot. But I'm gonna take a picture of this so y'all can see how it really looks. Later, I'll show you tomorrow, because I like it. It's perfect. It's out the way. I got a little bit of privacy sometimes.
Hey, it's a perfect sound studio. I mean, the clothes muffle the sound and all that stuff.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put two 27-inch monitors on this wall, so I'll be able to actually work a little bit more efficient.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
I would put 32s, but there's clothes right here, so I can't. But, hey. So,
Well, nobody put down what the Juneteenth meant to them, so I guess they're keeping it inside.
That's all right. You can tell us tomorrow.
Celebrate, yeah. Tell us, or hey, tomorrow, tell us what you did today, or in addition, what you plan on doing maybe the weekend. Because I know a lot of people, don't have off, and they're probably gonna hold off on their celebration until this weekend. So, yeah, give us a shout out. Let us know what it means to you and what you're gonna do.
We get Trunk in the house. He popped in as usual. We we got our people that always are regulars. Chuck was actually on the show. He's an inspector for City of Monterey Park.
Oh, Charles Moulton.
Yeah. And let's
What's
see who
up,
else
Chuck?
came on. Over here, 'cause we only got, well, that's 1 hour. Let me end on the hour. Let's go see who's over here. Oh, we got Scott Southern joined. Thank
Guido.
you, Scott, for hooking, coming over here, as well as June God. I guess that's what that is. Let me post these up here before we get off. I like to have the record of the folks who actually came on, so that you know, we can give you the proper shout outs that you need to have to participate on the show.
Yeah.
I would ask if you guys can tell people to follow us on our Altadena Talks podcast on YouTube, as well as our Instagram and Facebook. Even though we show it on our pages, we really want the focus to be on Altadena Talks.
Mm-hmm.
So appreciate you guys jumping on and supporting the show. And as always, we're here for you. So peace out.
That part. Peace, y'all.